Hello second grade, so today we're going to add color to our Day of the Dead sugar skull. So this one is a finished one where I've already added the color. This is what you'll get back. It'll look like a skull and then you've impressed different patterns on it. So we're going to use a very tiny little paintbrush to paint in these impressed designs. And then if there's anything else you want to add where there's no impressed design, you can. So we're going to use watercolor paint. And you're just going to get your paintbrush wet and pick a color and just gently touch the top of that paint. You're not taking your paintbrush and trying to scoop it out of there or dig your paintbrush down into it. You're using the bristles and just gently touching the top of that paint, and then you're going to carefully paint in your designs. And as you work, you're going to need to get more water on your paintbrush. And you want to take your time because we can't erase this. You can't change it. So before, when we were making our sugar skull, if we made a mistake, we could kind of just rub out the mistake and then re-impress the pattern. But with the paint, we can't erase the paint. So you have to just take your time and do the best that you can filling in your patterns. And so here, as I go around and I'm painting, my impressed pattern is supposed to look like a flower, so I'm making sure when I paint that it looks like petals to a flower. And I started to run out of water. My paintbrush didn't have enough color on it, so I got some water on my paintbrush and then just gently touch the top of the paint to get some more paint on my paintbrush. And since this is 3D, you are going to have to kind of paint inside cracks and crevices to fill that in. So now, if I look at this, it looks like my petals over here aren't the best painted, so I'm going to go back and round the ends of those petals down, round them out, and make them look less flat. Alright, and then most sugar skulls are painted symmetrically, which is the same on both sides. So I'm going to, since I used the red-violet color on this flower, I'm going to use the same color, red-violet, on the flower on the other eye for symmetry, the same on both sides. And there's no rule saying that your sugar skull has to stay up, straight up and down. Spin it around as you're painting in things so that you make sure you get into all the edges and all the cracks and crevices. Because sometimes you can't see unless you spin the skull around to see inside the cracks and crevices. Okay, my nose isn't the best, but the nose is a heart shape, so I know it's an upside down heart shape, so I'm going to paint in the curve of the nose. And then I'm going to bring this up to a point for the point of a heart. So even though that is not impressed in there, I know that it's an upside down heart, so I can just paint it myself, the point of that. Alright, and there is my finished sugar skull. Once you've painted in all your little impressed patterns, if you want to add something to the flat surface that you didn't impress, you are welcome to do that. But there is my finished sugar skull, and so now I'll upload it to Art Sony and take it home with me. Good job, second grade.